Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo and we're here at the Cambridge Los Angeles showroom in West Hollywood, and I'm here with Justin Ervin with his movie Leap. Let's take a look at a clip. Justin, congratulations on your film.
Danny, thanks so much, I appreciate it.
And it's awesome to have you here today. Tell us a brief synopsis about Leap.
So Leap is the story of this young woman who is invited upstate by a suitor who you can tell is really into her, really pursuant of her, wants a relationship. She goes, she's having a good time, but the audience will see and notice that there's a bit of hesitation, and we're wondering what it is, because, you know, good time, nice environment, blah, blah, blah. And then we sort of, over the course of the film, get to see what her hesitation may be, and it all comes together at the end.
It does come together at the end, and we'll give a few little spoilers out later. But sure. I really did love your film. It was just a really intelligent film, and I love the fact that it was just such, there was no dialogue, and I was made to work into the characterization of their thoughts and their mindsets, and it's a very talented filmmaker that you are.
Thank you.
But how did you come about the idea?
The idea came, I was upstate with my wife just on a vacation, just sort of staycation, not really staycation, but going, visiting an Airbnb and hiking and just taking in to the restaurants, stuff like that. And the area was so picturesque.
It's beautiful upstate, yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And I thought, well, I need to shoot something here, because every year I try and make another film for myself. You know, I'm a director and I'm a DP, and so you find yourself working a lot for other people, but I always try and deliberately make the time to make a film for myself. So the location sort of dictated to me that something needed to be shot there. The story itself doesn't have any relevance in my life, but yeah, so that was pretty much the inception. Well,
it explains why it's so picturesque, because you're a cinematographer as well, so that explains a lot. It really was a beautiful film to watch. And about the story, like, I just felt like, my goodness, like those magical moments, if you ever get the opportunity in your life to have them, and just the choices that you make, and you know, and again, spoilers alert, but I love just the fact that when it looks like you just had a really bad moment, and then just turning it out with this great honesty of just like skinny dipping. You know what I mean? and just, but in the most incredible way of, like, you know, was that a kind of important sort of twist in the film that, well, before the final twist, that you wanted to bring in to kind of like, hey, you know what, you can resurrect a bad day, or this is how love is, or what was kind of in your thoughts when writing that?
It was metaphoric in terms of him. I mean, the title of the film is called Leap, and so he's doing everything. The male characters, there aren't any names of the characters in the film, well, except for one name, which is the only word of dialogue spoken throughout the film. There's one word of dialogue happening twice, but the title Leap was sort of Julian's character's desire to have her leap into a relationship. Like, can you see yourself taking the plunge, being with me, being in this position where you feel comfortable enough to make this thing solidify?
Yeah.
Katya's character has to make sure she is able to take the leap without having any sort of sense of regret, or being able to, you know, just feel completely comfortable in this situation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you filmed in 3 days and you did non-stop filming, and that sounds like a big challenge in itself. But what was kind of your biggest challenge making this film?
Every film presents its own unique set of challenges in the making of it. I was mentioning last night at the Q&A the self-imposed challenge of doing it without any dialogue, which is something that I really wanted to do intentionally, because I feel like so much now there's either a pressure on or rather a sense of responsibility to make it so witty, or so sharp, or so smart, or so of the time. Like, that's all secondary to me. The primary goal of filmmaking is to be able to tell it through imagery. And so that was a self-imposed challenge that I wanted to maintain.
But I want to work with you. You seem so composed, such a composed director. You feel like you make everybody calm and collective. It's great. Now, you know, it's great when you've worked so hard on making a project, and particularly, you know, you go up for a weekend and you make this film. What's it like when you put all that hard work in, and then you have your film officially selected for New Filmmakers Los Angeles?
I was really excited to hear that NewFilmmakers LA had selected the film for their showcase. I mean, it's always really special when you because you know the love of it makes you do it irrespective of whether or not anybody sees it. But it's nice to have the validation of your peers and of people in the industry who see something of worth in your film. So it was a big honor.
Well, we love having your film. We're looking forward to more of your projects. Now, originally from Maryland.
Originally from Maryland.
Lived in the great New York City and recently moved to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So you've made that big bi-coastal move now over
that
here.
leap, so to speak.
That leap. You've made a leap in itself. That's right. What's coming up next for you, Justin?
So I'm splitting my time between New York and LA as a cinematographer and as a director. So depending upon the project, I might be directing, say for example, a couple short films coming out here, shooting actually a couple of short films that are slated for production, and I'm also being optioned for a web series to direct that.
Busy, busy, busy.
Yeah.
This is very good. Well, I mean, thank you for sharing Leap. I sort of want to watch it again because there's just so much. I feel like there's so much in there that I want to capture again. If you haven't seen Leap, you're going to certainly love it. And Justin's a fantastic filmmaker. So congratulations on your film. We're very happy to have you and look forward to seeing more of your work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.